afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing today? I would like to apologize in advance for something that may already be happening. My voice may be very soft. Looking at the monitor in Streamlabs, it looks like my voice is kind of soft. Um, yeah. This has been the day of technical troubles. I wanted to speak to my parents this morning on Skype. That eventually kind of happened, but the webcam I normally use is broken. Now, I have changed 0 of my microphone settings, and yet my microphone is significantly softer than it was literally in yesterday's stream. So I may have to update a few things live. Does that sound a little bit better? I've upped the volume on my microphone, and hopefully that is. I mean, this is very frustrating. I don't know how to fix this because I don't know what made it break in the first place. It's been one of those days. But I'm very happy you all are here. Stealth, I will make a BTT command. It's one I hadn't thought of, but it's a very good idea to have. Zach, Stealth, Juice, thank you all for coming by so early. You make me be very pleased. We're going to be getting back to the dig, which, as I have said many times, I thoroughly enjoy. Let me know if I must increase my audio volume further. My microphone volume. It's frustrating, but I guess this is just part of the reality of, I don't know, living in a physical world where stuff breaks for no reason. Let us get back to this.
Who devastated Europe?
So in the last session, in the last stream, we began by taking a mission to an asteroid. We placed some nukes on the asteroid. We detonated the nukes not in order to destroy the asteroid, but to redirect it. But we discovered that the asteroid itself was a starship. It was a message that had been sent out by some alien planet, and it transported us here to this completely abandoned, apparently, planet. There's no one here, and yet all the technology still works. We explored the planet a little bit. Our archaeologist died. I swear it wasn't my fault. But don't worry, because the dead didn't take. He got better. We used some fancy green crystals. These fancy green crystals to make him not be dead. And now he's obsessed with them. And possibly evil. Also, the pretty lady who came with us ran away and is in the library and refuses to come out, which is just like middle school. And we went to a hotel. Not a hotel. Apologies. We went to a museum, and we stole some things from the museum. We went to a grave, and we broke a statue at the grave. We made friends with the turtle, and the turtle got eaten by an eel. Then we brought the turtle back to life, but also implanted a grenade in his chest. It's been a fun time. Oh, Stealth, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub. You haven't forgotten that you killed Turt. I haven't forgotten either. But thank you so much for... That is your 2nd month. That makes you a red ribbon pig. Thank you so much, Stealth. No, I killed Turtle. I feel bad about it, but I needed to do it to progress the story. We also discovered there were ghosts. So far, the ghosts have helped us in general, except for the part where one of the ghosts ended up with our archaeologist dying. So the ghosts are either evil or not. It's hard to tell. But there are also bridges made of light and weird trams, and it's been a time. Oh. Well, there were things that were referred to as ghosts. They're either ghosts or holograms, or it's really difficult to figure out. You know, you're not wrong, Stealth. They are space ghosts, and there's a lot of water in here. We have seen them on at least 2 coasts. So that is shockingly accurate. This tram station is in need of some fixing. It's raining outside. It was raining outside for me this morning. I heard thunder a whole twice. This is something that really makes me sad about Toronto. We get very little thunder. I originally come from Johannesburg. Boy, Johannesburg has a great thunderstorm. But no longer. The ghosts were pretty early on, Juice, but we may see more ghosts today. We may not. I literally cannot remember if we see more ghosts. But we saw ghosts. They were good. Let's see where this tram takes. These sequences remind me so much of Myst. If anybody played Myst. How beautiful is it? Just take a moment to appreciate what this looks like. You've got the river, you've got these cliffs, you've got the sun shining through. Let's head to this opening here. I wonder if I should play Myst on Stream. It's a long game. Oh? Hello?
A kind of light that's just on the edge of existence.
This is a very whimsical way to describe this.
A kind of light that's just on the edge of existence.
Okay. Nothing else to do here yet. You know what, Juice? Yes. I'm not even gonna mess around. Yes, I will play Myst on stream. There are not that many more point and clicks I'm interested in, and even though those are not traditional point and clicks, I still consider them roughly the same genre. Myst is definitely going to be on my list. Possibly also Riven. I never played the original Myst. I played Riven. I never finished it. Maybe I will play Myst, Riven, and I can't even remember what the third one was called. Abduction. The name rings a bell. I don't think I've played it, but can you describe it a little bit more, Birdie? Also, hi. Something's described as a nest. That's always a good sign. More recent Myst-style game. No, I don't really know it. Oh.
This place is as creepy as the forest behind my house when I was a kid.
No, Boston. It's much creepier than that.
It looks like a grate sealing something off.
Oh, Zach, that's such a mood. You know what? Just that I don't forget, give me a second. I'm going to open up a search for abduction. Because I will forget. I like the fact that the first response, the first search result is walkthrough. Because these games are frequently confusing. Not necessarily a bad thing, just a statement of fact. Myst 3 Exile. Oh, there was a Myst 4? Yes. Juice, is this in the same way that there is only one Matrix movie? Because there is only one Matrix movie. Okay. So there was a nest, but I couldn't do anything with Hello, little bats. Are you friend? I actually like these guys. Watch the way they fly. They don't flap their wings. They swoop. They're almost shaped like manta rays or something. And they just glide on the air currents. I think they're a really nice design. But I don't think there's much I can do with them. Let's just head to opening. But yes, Juice, I will definitely play Myst and maybe some of the sequels. I absolutely love the design of this area. You've got this river, you've got this panel over here, and the panel has these same buttons that we've seen many times before. And they're actually super important. Not initially clear why, but we've got these rods that open various doors. And let's try one of these. I'm going to do them 2 at a time just so I don't forget. And what are the last 2? Quick to get to. And that shows us an image of where we exited the Dran.
Amazing map system. You don't even have to refold it when you're done.
So it's basically a holographic map system. One interesting thing that I just want to point out. All of these have 4 symbols on them. You can look at them. Except for this one. This was the very first one we got. When we were way up on the surface in the alien ship. We got this one, which clearly has 5 shapes on it.
It's a rod.
And which you can't look at any closer.
5 geometric shapes.
It's clearly different from the others. And that's interesting and worth remembering. But let's try this map with some of these others. Oh, I'm gonna have to go a long way to get back to the green prism. It's a key to something, Stealth. I'm not gonna tell you more than that. I mean, they're all keys, but that's not even a spoiler. And there's the burial chamber we saw, and yet it looks very different.
So there is more to that crypt than I first thought.
So when we last visited the crypt, we made a statue rise out of the ground, a statue which we promptly destroyed. Shh, don't tell anybody. But there was a plinth. When we saw it in the map chamber, there was not a plinth, but a hole in the ground. So there's clearly something more going on. We can check the other spires, but there's nothing super interesting about them. That's the one you're looking for. But over here, we get something else important. Another light bridge. Lovely.
Another broken light bridge.
We've seen this before. Whoops. Whoops. All we have to do is adjust the lens.
Just needs a little adjustment.
Pretty straightforward. Okay, that
Another
didn't work.
broken light bridge.
Adjustment.
Okay, so maybe it needs a little more adjustment. Another broken light bridge. It still doesn't work.
Oh no.
Must be something wrong inside the control panel.
So this leads to one of my favorite puzzles, and a puzzle greatly hated by many of the people who
If
played
at
this
first
game.
you don't succeed,
So we've tried all the possible arrangements of the lens, but inside the control panel, something's wrong.
so this is what's in the guts of these machines.
So, what you have to do is light up the red, green, and blue crystals. And to do that, you can turn this and basically redirect red and green light wherever you want it to go. I think this is such a clever puzzle. I also think, in a very rare case, we got a super easy solution. Yeah. There we go. Oh wait, am I wrong? Is it just red, green, and blue, or is it all of them? Oh, all the crystals have to be
Another
lit up.
broken light bridge. It still doesn't work. Must be something wrong inside the control panel.
Okay, so it was a little bit more complex than I thought, which actually makes me happy. Frankly, those two are going all nowhere. That's not gonna... Oh, it still wasn't too difficult.
Pretty impressive for someone who never took a class in alien physics.
Yeah, light up all the crystals. And get another light bridge. We're up to 4. There are apparently 5. Now let's go check out that crypt. Planetarium spire, museum spire, map spire, tomb spire. Still don't know what this spire is. Bet it's gonna be exciting. Okay. So we saw that there was a hole down here.
Now that I know what I'm looking for, maybe I can get this slab out of the way.
Nice job, subtitles. And yeah, it's much bigger inside than outside. Okay. Broken bones here. Ooh, what's this? Oh no. Well, that's quite an effective security
now suddenly
system.
We've got guard dogs. Where did he come from anyway?
Honestly, I think that's quite a cool idea for a security system. That the guard dogs are dead, but anytime anybody approaches, you drop one of the life crystals on top of them. Hey, buddy.
He just rose up out of a pile of bones near the door after a crystal fell from the wall. Not a bad system of keeping guard dogs around. Even if they die of old age, just drop a crystal on him and there he is again, barking his brains out.
I do appreciate the fact that he doesn't pursue me, but it doesn't help me sneak past him. Okay.
That creature won't let me near the door.
So, chat, I want you to try to figure out this puzzle. We don't have to go anywhere. We have everything we need right here to solve this puzzle. I know how to solve it. But the first time I did it, it took me a while, and I really like the saloon. So, any suggestions for what I can do? If I had a pizza, that would probably be the best solution. I don't have a rock I can throw. I can perhaps try throwing a rib cage.
That wouldn't work with this creature.
Well, how do you know, Boston? The thing is, Juice, you're on the right track with throw. Maybe if I open my inventory, it will help somebody figure it out. I fetch with one of the rods. Let's try one of the ones we've already used.
That wouldn't work with this creature.
No. Let's just look at what items are in the room. Nothing much on this side. There's the guard dog. There's the door. There's the other pile of bones. Any other suggestions? I'll give us another minute to play out. It's an interesting idea, Stealth. An interesting idea, Juice.
Look, it's the ugly twins. That worked out rather well.
I'm as bad as Barry. I always kill the dogs.
A life crystal fell from this slot and resurrected that guardian creature.
2 dogs, not just in one stream, 2 dogs in like 1 second.
A life crystal fell
Yeah,
from this
I know.
slot and resurrected that guardian creature.
So, this is not a key to the last door, but it's certainly a key to this door, if I remember correctly.
The door evaporated when the engraving touched the slot. This is the engraving we found in the shipwreck. The one the first ghost gave us. This must be where the ghost wanted us to come all along.
Yeah, but why? What could be behind here that was guarded by an immortal dog? Okay. Again, we're coming to one of my favorite moments in the game. In fact, several of my favorite moments.
Maggie, I found something. It's far below the tomb, past some pretty ugly guards. A dead alien sealed inside a crystal pyramid.
Sounds like they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
Must have been important to him. A king or something.
Or it terrified them.
Oh,
Remember, this is the land of the life crystals. Dead doesn't necessarily mean dead.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
they were trying to keep it from being found and revived.
But this is where the ghost wanted us to go. The key to the last door was the key that the first ghost showed us, back in the ruined spaceship.
Still, you don't have a key to the pyramid, right? Besides, how do you know the ghost is our friend? Brink died by digging where the ghost pointed.
I hate not having enough information.
I'm working as fast as I can to get this stuff translated. I'm so close I can taste it.
Fine, keep working. Call me if you think of anything helpful.
okay. I just want to back out for a second. Just because of this view. Oh no. Oh no, Bubbles. I'm sorry. I have to check. I have to check who the voice actor is. Oh, the pixel art is incredible. Okay, now I know who his voice actor is. If it turns out that this is... I will be very sad. Oh, have you done a thing to me? Okay. Interesting. This voice actor does have a voice in Ben 10, but it is not... It's not the grandpa. It is very similar, though. I'm very happy it's not, because otherwise that would just have broken part of my brain. Okay. Enough of pretty pixel art, and time for possibly a mistake. Let's find out. Well, this has 5. This has 5. Alien corpse. Hi.
It's the remains of a huge creature.
Cool, this definitely isn't a mistake. Pro tip, kids, if you find yourselves on an alien planet with the ability to resurrect something and you don't know if it will eat you, don't bring it back to life. It might eat you.
He's very tall. Or I'm very short. I wish I didn't keep thinking of the term bite-size. Please be friendly. I hope you're friendly. I'm certainly friendly. Let's all be friends.
Laham Chianak Trestalum, Kalatisia Nea Eklash Park.
Hi.
How does it feel to be alive again after all these years? I can't believe I said something so lame.
Nayak Najutsasu.
Who are you?
Zutsuslak Natsla. Iwitsanaru Mainzian.
Yes, look, Boston has some great voice lines, and trying to convince this thing to be friendly by just being friendly is very funny.
Why were you so carefully protected?
Zutsuslak Natsla. Iwitsanaru Mainzian.
Maggie Robbins, one of my crew members. She's working on learning your language back in the library. We really want to learn everything we can from you.
Kalatisia Nea
This is not getting us very far. Maybe you'll know something about the ghosts.
What are those ghosts that were giving us hints now and then?
Nayak Najutsasu.
Maybe if I show him the tablet, he'll be able to read it and, I don't know, help somehow?
Does this mean anything to you?
Laham Chianak Trestalum.
Okay, bye. You're terrifying and not helpful, but at least you're not eating me.
Well, hey, thanks. It's been great talking to you. So long. We should do this again sometime.
Zutsuslak Natsla. Iwitsanaru Mainzian.
Rip.
I'd better tell Maggie about this.
Maggie. Come in, Maggie.
Yes? What?
Maggie, you won't believe what just happened.
Boston, I think I've got it. I've got the language. I can read this stuff now.
Can you speak it? Because I've got this.
But take this inscription here. I'm pretty sure it's talking about...
Maggie?
Oh no.
My mind must be playing tricks on me.
What were you saying about...
What are you? What do you want?
What's happening? What's going on?
Boston! Brink! Anybody!
Maggie! Brink! Come in, wherever you are, we need you. Something's happened to Maggie. Damn.
Well, that went well. Well, the smart one's dead, and the German scientist is evil. So yeah, I think we're doomed. Yeah, you keep taking those casual walks. Pretty sure it'll be fine, Bustin. Okay. Well, this is where Brink is. So... Pretty sure he'll be willing to help us. Yes, when we die, it'll be in a very pretty place.
What are you doing here, Lo? I don't want you here.
Something happened to Maggie. She needs our help.
Then go help her. What I'm doing here is important.
Hey, if we felt that way about you, you'd still be dead.
You're the tough guy, Lo. You're the hero. Go do your hero activities and let me do the science.
Wow, rude. Can we all agree that Brink is a dick?
Brink. Maggie's in trouble.
I'm sorry to hear of this. I will miss Maggie a great deal.
Oh, how dare you.
Maggie's in trouble.
Then go help her.
I'm worried that these life crystals may have side effects.
The only side effect is the envy of people who haven't used them.
Have you used more of them?
Their effect on health and intelligence increases with each use.
What about their effect on sanity?
These life crystals are the most important technology ever created. They are the answer to everything.
Never mind.
Cool, you're not being helpful. Okay, buddy. If we can't talk this out... How about I flush you out of your little cave?
Come on, guys. Let's get a look at you.
No! Go away!
Well, that was good. Brink is scared of bats. And I'm gonna steal his crystals.
You thief! Give those back!
I will, Brink. After you help me find Maggie.
I'm not going to waste one moment on such a meaningless task.
Yes, you will, Brink. If you ever want these life crystals back.
You're a miserable bully, Lo. Typical military mind. Pushing other people around.
Right. So follow me and do as you're told. Is that rational enough for you?
I'm sure this will work out completely with no negative repercussions. Okay, let's head to the library. Last place we saw Maggie. And hopefully there's some clue there where to find her. That's at the museum spire. I can't believe they made the German the villain. And he's not even an intentional villain. He's literally just an addict.
She's gone. Not a trace. Not a sign of struggle. Nothing.
Well,
A control console. If this is a library, then this must be where you search and retrieve data.
Chen, shape of friend.
Brink,
How are you, Chen?
Maggie's in trouble.
I will miss Maggie a great deal.
Yeah,
Never
Maggie's
mind.
dead. Look, we vaguely saw the thing that got her, and it looked vaguely spiderish. Custom firework designs? You can do that? The thing that got her looked vaguely spiderish. We have seen one vaguely spiderish place in this game. So I'm gonna check there next. That was at the map spire. Now, I do want to prepare everybody for a little bit of an arachnophobia warning. It's not severe. As someone with arachnophobia, it's really not that bad. But I also want to prepare everybody to listen very carefully. Because coming up are some of the cleverest voice lines in the entire game. Chen. The first one I get. Why the second one? So, here comes some funny writing. But also, that.
Maggie, is that you? Are you all right?
Oh.
How can she be alright? She's bound up in that web.
This guy is big and nasty. Smells pretty good, too. Robin. Maggie, are you injured?
Not yet, but I'd really like to get out of here before anything worse happens.
That is correct, Zach. Technically.
The monster seems kind of possessive.
Yeah, he definitely likes me. But I don't like him, Boston, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd get me out of here.
Brink seems to be very motivated to help me rescue you now that I have these crystals.
It was very bright of you to think of that. What's your next move, Brains?
Maggie, I'll try to think of something to free you.
Don't take too long. I think that thing likes me.
So I'm not going to start talking to her about trivial topics. Not quite yet.
Thanks.
Now there is something, there's a door over here. But when I try to go there,
If I go there, it's lunchtime. His lunchtime.
he blocks me. I need some kind of distraction. A distraction.
Brink. Unless we want to end up where Maggie is, we've got to get by this thing.
The obvious plan is for one of us to distract him while the other one slips by.
Maybe you are thinking about it, Brink. You want to sneak or distract?
I'll be the diversion.
Here's the... Here it comes.
Come here, you phlegm carapace, slime-faced, mucus-brained, furry-legged abductor of luminously intelligent but pulchritudinous earth women. Lo, you idiot! Why are you standing there?
I'm still trying to figure out what you said.
Move your silly buttocks, you fool!
Boston?
yeah.
Where are you going? I'm over here. Don't leave me.
Brink sure as heck said some words. Anyway, time to go to the beach. I'm sure Maggie and Brink will be fine. They'll be fine. Ooh. This is pretty. Anybody bring a picnic basket? Yeah, this is nice. But really, I should be here with my friends. It's actually a little bit unclear why you have to come here, but you do have to come here. Let's go up to the falls. So this is interesting. We saw a weird grate just like that next to Maggie.
Water is pouring through that hole at a tremendous rate.
It is. But unfortunately, when we come back here, it goes back to the old way. Let's use this rock to make that permanent.
At this point, I'm ready to try any damn thing.
Of course it would, Chen. Chen, what kind of a question is that? Okay. So there's water going through that grate. And frankly, quite a lot of it. I appreciate Chen
Where were you?
asking
This
afterwards.
monster has me trapped.
Boston? Where have you been?
I went to the beach. It was super
I
nice.
diverted some of the water from the falls. I thought some of it might flow through here and wash the monster away.
Well, instead, the monster's got Brink trapped up there, and I'm still stuck down here.
This does not seem like the optimal position.
Robbins. What is that down there by you, Maggie? It looks like a grate sealing something off.
It's a grate sealing something off. What are you doing, Boston?
I think the water I diverted from the waterfall is flowing right to that grate. There should be a lot of pressure behind it.
I'll remember that if I need a bath.
Okay.
I've got to find a way to get rid of your six-legged boyfriend once and for all, Maggie.
Just try to do it before he gets rid of me once and for all.
Thanks.
Cool, so there's a lot of water pressure behind that grate, apparently.
Brink. There's a grate down by Maggie. If you can lure the monster over toward it, then when Maggie unclogs the grate, the water I diverted will hit it like a fire hose.
This is seriously your plan?
Do you have a better one?
Maggie, can you get the grate open?
Has anybody thought of the fact that if it does spout water like a fire hose, I'm right here?
That's a good point, Maggie. Hold on tight.
How do I hold on tight when I'm unclogging a grate?
That's why you get the big bucks.
Do it then. Just do it. It's only my life anyway.
So fatalistic, Meg.
Come on, you ponderous exoskeleton. You cocoon-eating lobster face, cave-dwelling arthropoidal elementary sphincter muscle.
Again, those sure are some words, Brink. Can we get some hyperclaps in chat?
Maggie, you made it.
How's my hair?
You're worried about your...
I was joking, Boston. You know, like you strong, manly types do when you just about get killed.
Maggie's safe now. I satisfied our little deal. So give me my crystals and let me get back to work.
Brink, it's time for us to work together on...
I said give them to me! Take one more step closer, Maggie, and you'll wish you were back with that giant lobster.
He sure is weird.
Now what?
I've been getting the feeling that the ghosts want us to help them. As if they were stuck and wanted out.
Stuck how?
Well, the library console seemed to indicate that they may have left this world for another. What if they want to come back, but can't?
I don't know. How will we go about helping? Assuming that's what they want, and they wouldn't eat us when they got back.
Beats me. I'm just interpreting.
Again, I approve of one of those signs. I'm not going to tell you which.
Robbins. Do you have any idea what it was you did to attract the thing to you?
I don't wear perfume, and heaven knows this outfit isn't exactly alluring. I was just sitting there.
Apparently that's enough.
That's usually enough for very lonely men on Earth. As for this monster, I'd just as soon not have another date like that anytime soon.
Cool. She was giving me an update on the library.
You were starting to tell me something before Bob the Lobster came to pick you up for your date.
Just a sample of what I was reading. Nothing significant. What mattered is that I could understand it. I've caught on to how their language works.
That's super impressive.
Now that you can read the library inscriptions, can you make any sense out of this?
It didn't even look like the same language to me before. But now I can see the relationship between this writing and the things I read in the library.
What does it say?
It seems to be talking about an important thing, I don't know what, that was hidden
Any hints about where?
on the other side of the hole, so that none may enter.
Oh,
Then it tells how to, pull back this part of entrance, whatever that means. It's pretty vague.
There are some things that man was not meant to understand.
Yeah, but this one even woman is having a hard time with.
yes, Juice. She is, she's famous, for being very good at learning new languages. Which is part of what kind of made some people think there was more to this mission than was originally thought. Turned out it was true. Brink was both a geologist and an archaeologist. But yeah,
Thanks.
she's super good at learning languages, which is why she managed to pull this off. Oh good, Maggie's still with. Now, I believe Maggie sticks with you for the rest of the game. I may actually have gone past the halfway point last week. So this may be a short stream. If so, we can figure something out. So I want to take a look at this weird spot again, now that I've got someone smart with me.
Can you look at this inscription, Maggie? Does it say anything that might help?
Could. Can't, but
It
could.
wasn't clear to me before, but now I can see. Boston. It exactly describes that strange field of almost light.
What does it say?
It's a set of instructions.
Oh.
Now it makes perfect sense. I just twist this.
Everything's so simple when you read the directions.
If we didn't know better, we'd think that island had been there for 1,000,000 years.
Okay, but where was it? I appreciate how nonchalant they both are about that. Like, I know they've seen some remarkable things. But an island literally appearing out of nothing? That would still register, at least for me.
This island was brought back from another dimension.
Oh. Oh, that's all it was. Nice and simple. Boulder
What was
is
so
down
important
here.
that they left us exact instructions on how to get here?
Maybe that metal plate over there.
All there is down here is a single metal plate. Doesn't seem very exciting. However, at the start of the game, we found 4 similar metal plates.
That's the 4th one. If it's like the metal plates on Attila, these 4 should fit together in that triangle matrix.
Yes, but there's no guarantee that putting them together will take us anywhere we want to go.
You have the most cheerful thoughts, Ms. Robbins.
If you had been abducted by a monster and then half drowned, you might be pessimistic too.
But you lived, didn't you? And your hair looks terrific again.
You sure know how to make a girl feel good.
We better go find Brink again. In case these metal plates do the job.
He threatened to kill me the last time I saw him. Maybe it would be safer if we leave him and send an expedition back to get him later. An armed expedition.
There's no guarantee we'll ever get back. For all we know, this is a one-way trip.
You're right. We can't leave him. He scares me, Boston. Worse than the monster.
They're both just hungry for something.
But Brink is smarter, more dangerous.
Good point.
We're smart too. Let's go.
Juice, Ms. is often used as a kind of shortening for Miss or Mrs. It's also sometimes used in kind of weirdly formal settings, and I think that's the purpose of what they're doing there. Making him sarcastically formed. There we go. Although that is not the correct spelling of Ms. Normally it would just be MS. Correct, Birdie. Ooh, what's this?
That was a powerful one.
Commander Lowe, can you hear me?
Brink, we're looking for you. We've got the last of the metal plates and we...
Listen to me, Commander. I'm trapped. I need your help.
Where are you?
It's near one of the light bridges. An arched bridge over a waterfall, and then into a crevice in the rock. You must have been there. You're the one who's been turning on all the light bridges, aren't you?
Hold tight, we're on our way.
Hold tight! Very funny.
Why is that funny, Brink? Pretty sure we won't find out in the next 2 minutes. I mean, Juice, I'm tempted. But you just made a firework of a peach with the word thick. As is only correct, Chen. That is the right way to do all things. Okay. Let's go help Brink, even though he definitely doesn't deserve it. Actually, I want to stop for a second. This crystal form in the center is becoming more and more almost solid. The first time we saw it, it was barely there.
It doesn't look safe to walk there. I can see a door, but can't touch it.
That must be a creepy experience. Okay, let's head to the planetarium. He said a rock bridge arcing over a waterfall. So this must be the place. Is everyone ready for fun?
You've just got your hand jammed in the rock? I thought you were in real trouble, Brink.
When would it be real trouble, Commander? When it's your hand?
I don't go sticking my hand in the cracks.
I mean, fair.
I was reaching for a life crystal, and then the rock shifted. My circulation is cut off. No blood is getting to my hand. You can't pull me out, Commander.
I can try.
Don't leave me to die here, even if you have to cut off my hand.
Don't be so dramatic, Brink. Nobody's going to cut off your hand.
Don't make promises you might not be able to keep, Maggie.
Are you serious? He's just got a stuck hand.
It's a race to see whether gangrene kills him before he dies of thirst or starvation.
You'd cut it off.
Of course he would. The military trains you to recognize necessity, and do it.
It would be easier if I had anything to cut it with.
Chew it off then!
Oh, I would, Brink. But human teeth can't bite through bone.
After all that's happened to us, this may be the most horrible.
Do something, Commander! Do it now!
I mean, Chen, you can suggest them in the sense that you can speak to them as a person.
Brink, how are you holding up?
Get me out of here, or I'll... please get me out of here!
Okay. So, slight uncomfortable moment warning. Remember how he said chew it off? Remember how we have a jawbone? Which is the only cutting implement we have? I did not know that happened if you waited. Okay.
You're going to saw off his hand with a jawbone?
The teeth are razor sharp.
What about anesthetic?
Do it, Commander!
Brace yourself, Brink. I can't believe you endured so much pain without fainting.
I'm fine. But I'll need more crystals.
Come with us to the Triangle Matrix. We've got all the metal plates. We think it's gonna take us home.
You don't know where it's going to take you. I'd rather gather more life crystals.
What if it does take us home, Brink? What if we can't come back and get you? Do you want to stay here forever? Then what will
Probably.
happen to your research into the life crystals?
Yes, I see your point. I'll go with you to try out these metal plates. But if it doesn't get us home, then you two will stop interfering with me from then on. All right? You agree we have a deal?
Agreed.
All right, all right.
It's not the Wilhelm scream. Okay. Time for this. Everyone ready to go home? I told you I may have gone too far and this might be a short stream.
That should do it.
Do what? What's happening?
Nothing is happening, that's what.
That's not exactly nothing, Brink.
It's a door. You think Earth is on the other side? I think nothing is on the other side.
What did you expect? The Tooth Fairy to come and fly us all home?
I mean, last time
The
it
door
happened.
opened. Let's go see what's in there.
We had a deal. I came, these metal plates did not take us home, and now you will have to leave me alone forever. You gave me your word, and I expect you to keep it.
In Brink's defense,
He is definitely insane.
last time we did the metal plates, there was
Is that
an
your
instant
opinion as a
change.
journalist?
It's my opinion as a sane person.
Like, we didn't have to do anything special after the metal plates to get here. So that's slightly in his defense. Another place with some significant damage. But this damage turned out to be pretty. Okay. Let's see where this tram takes us. And hey, now Maggie gets to experience / endure the nausea of the trams. I cannot imagine it's a pleasant experience. Cool. It looks fun if the inside is stabilized.
I saw something like this in the museum display. This machine was the greatest of the inventor's achievements.
What does it do?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Do you think it might send us home?
Right now, it's doing nothing.
Cool. That's not helpful. Let's touch a strange object. Ooh. Cool. The glowy green thing is probably... I don't have a stick, Zach. There's a gap in the machinery. There are 2 empty slots. I have nothing that can fit into any of them. Juice? A, correct. B, are you complaining? It said strange object. It's a strange object. There are controls.
I don't know how to work these controls.
Wow, you're not going to learn with that attitude.
I don't know what to do with this device.
It's a button. Press the button. Okay. Excuse me, nest friend.
Sorry, Bird. You'll have to find a new home.
And it is time for the final light bridge. Okay, now we can, without using trams, get all over. It's much quicker. Let's see what the crystal form looks like now. It's practically solid.
It doesn't look safe to walk there. I can almost feel the surface.
Yeah, almost is not feel though. So I want to go talk to that alien again. Last time I spoke to him, I couldn't understand him. I am hoping that Maggie will be able to help us. But for that, I will need some life crystals, and Brink stole all of mine. Let's get some more.
Maybe I should take one more life crystal.
I'm gonna get 4. For some reason that's the number I always feel most comfortable with. I don't think I need that many. In fact, I think I need 1. I think I want 2. Okay, Mr. Alien Friend. I like the names of all. Museum kind of makes sense. Planetarium. I mean, that's where we saw the moons and also changed where they were. Map Spire. There's a map. Tomb Spire. There's a tomb. The last one, the one we were just in with the strange shape. Cathedral Spire. Nothing about that, at least to me, looks like a cathedral. I don't know why they chose that name. I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's very evocative. Let's head down to the tomb, where Maggie can surely translate a language spoken that she has only just learned to read. Sure, that will not be an impossible task. Of course it'll be fine. And when the alien realizes we can understand him, surely we won't discover him that he is essentially this world's version of Genghis Khan. I'm sure this will work out great. Hi, buddy.
Here's where my alien education either pays off or we die.
Die?
I like those odds.
As long as I don't accidentally offend him, we'll be okay.
Aklash Park.
He says, open your mouth, which is their way of saying speak.
You do the talking, Maggie, so you can understand each other.
Speak.
Why was your tomb so carefully hidden?
So only the most persistent, the most clever, and therefore the most dangerous of visitors would find me.
That is a needlessly complicated answer.
Why has your body been preserved so carefully?
Since all the evil in this place was my fault, I chose to be its guardian forever.
You know, you say that, Juice. Boston has killed at least 2 giant dogs. One could argue that he killed Brink. He just cut a man's hand off. Yeah, Boston is pretty dangerous if he wants to be. It's interesting though. The alien spoke about all the evil in this.
If what you did was bad, why do the museum displays give you so much honor?
There was a time when my creations were thought to be good. I believed it myself, or I would never have created them.
How long will you remain here?
Until the last of my mistakes is rectified, or until the life crystals lose their power out of miserable death.
That's interesting. The fact that the life crystals can still lose their power.
We want to go home.
That is the wish of all living creatures. It is a vain wish, for there is no true home. All intelligence wanders and has no rest.
I think that is a genuinely profound line.
The probe you sent out brought us here. We want to go back to our home planet.
Another one of our terrible mistakes. We sent out those probes when we thought we had found the glorious secrets of the universe. We could not call them back.
That is a poor design decision.
Thus, I remain here to warn all those who come in answer to an invitation we wish we had not sent.
Warning us won't do any good unless we can get back home to Earth to tell other humans.
There are two ways to protect your planet. One is if you return and warn them to stay away. The other is if you never return at all. Which warning do you think will be more effective?
He makes an unpleasantly good point.
Tell us how to get back to Earth. I beg you.
If my people could return from Space-Time 6 where they have gone, they would rebuild the starport. They would make a crystal ship which would take you back to your planet. But they will never find their way back home.
Okay, your people are someplace called Space-Time 6. That's a thing. Don't worry, I'm mostly teasing you guys. I know what all this is, and I love it.
The light bridges are magnificent. We never dreamed that people could walk on light.
Ah, yes. We were happily surprised at how convenient those light strands turned out to be. If we had known, we would not have bothered to build the trams.
It is interesting, though. He says they were surprised at how convenient they were, almost as if they weren't initially created as bridges.
If you were surprised that the lights could be used as bridges, what did you
there we go.
create them for?
When all the bridges are complete, the eye will see.
Bruh, you gotta stop speaking in riddles.
When you say the eye will see, you aren't talking about our eyes, are you?
An eye that can see the 3 dimensions of time, as well as the 3 dimensions of space. It will show you beauty beyond belief. But once you had seen Space-Time 6, will you ever see Space-Time 4 again? The eye may be open, but the mind hasn't the strength to see.
Okay. Gives you a little bit of an idea of what Space-Time 6 may be, because he refers to Space-Time 4 as well.
The machine in your laboratory, what does it do?
Where the lights all shine, it opens the eye.
Okay. Still being confusing, but...
The eye, does that mean the crystal at the meeting place of the light bridges? The machine generated this eye.
The eye sees into all space and time, and where the eye sees, the mind can fly.
Was this eye the doorway into the place where your people went?
A door that can be crossed only one way.
You don't know that. If someone has a strong enough tie to reality...
You think you are stronger than all my people? Even they, the strongest race known, could not overcome the temptation before it was too late.
If we bring your people back to this world, then they can build a starship to take us home to Earth. It's our only chance. Maybe we'll fail, but you must let us try.
Since you think you are stronger and wiser than my people, I will let you have the fruit of your pride. I will tell you how to find the piece I hid, if you know how to ask. But it will cost you more than you ever imagined.
Okay. Tell me about the missing piece.
Please, don't play any more games with us. Where is the missing piece?
You cannot understand what will begin if you activate the eye. You cannot bear to pay what it will cost you.
Yes, you've warned us. Now where is the piece?
Go to the map with this message and see what it shows you.
Okay. By the way, I love this. I love all the lore drops in them. I understand it can be a little bit dense for some people. As a reward, when it is nearly over, I am going to tell you something that may change the way all of this comes across. Like, it'll still be a lore drop, but it's an interesting fact.
I have said enough.
Okay, he refuses to tell us more about that.
The island we found. Where was it hidden?
It left this reality, but only a little way. It can come back, because it never fully left.
The island moves in and out of our reality?
It loses substance with every passage. We thought we could take our world with us into Space-Time 6. It could not be done.
When something leaves our reality, where does it go?
To a place where time is infinite in all directions. But because it does not move along a single line, it can never be predicted or controlled. Those who go there from here cannot change anything. They are nothing but observers. Forever.
So, yeah, this concept of Space-Time 6. What it is a place where... I think they are going to explain a little bit more. But basically, you can travel at will between any parts of time and space, but you can't interact with the world. You just exist.
The creatures who live here now, did you people know of them, or did they come later?
Millions of years have passed since then.
Oh. That is a long
What
time.
once were pets or companions have followed their own evolutionary paths. They have become as beautiful or as terrible, as clever or as stupid as it was in them to be.
The monster who captured me, are there any more of them?
That one did not evolve. It was made,
Oh.
and there are as many of them as are needed.
That is a cryptic answer.
Who are you, Honored One?
The bringer of misfortune.
Please tell me who you are.
I am the doer who undoes, the creator who uncreates. And yet, I would gladly be the destroyer who undestroys, the dangerous one who protects.
Speak plainly. Tell us who you are.
Once, I was hailed as the greatest mind my people ever produced. I tried to bring them power and happiness. I gave them power to leave this world, to leave their bodies, to enter an existence as pure mind, eternally perfect. But I could not give them the power to return and reclaim their abandoned bodies, their decaying world.
It's really
They
sad.
are lost and cannot return.
Have you a name?
I had a name when I was alive. Now that I am again and again dead, what need have I for names? My body is now so ancient that the crystals scarcely have power over me. I rise for a few minutes, and then I fall again. Soon, I will cease to rise at all.
I mean-
Only then will my grief end.
You're not wrong,
I
Chin.
want no name or memory to live after me.
This is the kind of dude who goes to parties and, like, immediately starts talking politics for no good reason.
Did you invent the life crystals?
Bitch!
To raise the dead is the greatest achievement we've seen.
What raises the dead can debase the living.
Hi, Vegeta. Just straight in with that comment.
Are there side effects to the crystals?
What the crystals create is not a life, but a slave.
Only rise for a few minutes at parties. You know, he didn't mention parties, he just said he'll only rise for a few minutes, so I just wonder if the dude needs some Viagra.
So when the life crystals restore you, you aren't really alive?
They restore the cells and the organs, but take away all that made the life worth living.
Oh. That's an unfortunate.
Then why did you make them?
Our society became obsessed with living eternally. I underestimated the breadth and danger of the obsession. The crystals are the second worst mistake I made.
Okay. This relates to something I've said for a long time. If you want to make a conversation last longer than like a minute, never tell anybody your favorites. Never ask anybody their favorite. Always tell or ask second favorite, because it is a much more intriguing question. If you ask somebody their favorite movie, a lot of people will just have an answer for that, and they'll immediately tell you, and there we go, we're done. But second favorite, that people have to think about. It's a great way to make people think. It's a good way to make conversation. So yeah, a lot of lore dumps there. The life crystals are the second greatest mistake he ever made, presumably following that other place his people went to, where they cannot interact with anything and they cannot return, which he called Space-Time 6. Yeah. There is now I want to tell you. Listen carefully. There's a bit of a filter on the voice. But, for those who have watched the show, which I know is many of my audience, this guy is voiced by the same voice actor as Avatar Roku.
Have you a name?
I had a name when I was alive. Now that I am again and again dead, what need have I for names? My body is now so ancient that the crystals scarcely have power over me.
Yeah.
I rise for a few minutes, and then I fall again. Soon, I will cease to rise at all. Only then will my grief end. I want no name or memory to live after me.
I experienced it in the opposite direction to most people, because I played this game long before Avatar came.
Thank you for helping us.
So when I
I
realized...
will only have helped you when you give up your foolish plan.
We're not giving up.
My only consolation is that true death comes closer with each dying.
Good job of translating, Maggie.
He speaks very slowly and clearly, but I'm also pretty damn good.
Heard the voice with similar modulation before. That's interesting. I mean, he is a voice actor who's done quite a bit of stuff. So it wouldn't be too shocking to find out that you heard him before. With the voice modulation is interesting. Okay. So now we know that if we can get these people back from Space-Time 6, that they can build us a starship and get us home. We also know that Brink is biologically alive, but may as well be dead. I think you're right, Juice. Okay.
Robbins.
What did he tell us about this part?
Do you get the idea that he really doesn't want us to succeed in repairing his machine?
Let's just find the missing piece.
Yeah. I know where it is. I think.
Thanks.
I don't remember how you're supposed to find out where it is. Other than just scouring the island, which, given that it's a hidden piece, makes sense. Reminds you of Saren from Mass Effect. I have never played any of the Mass Effect games. Let's see if we can talk to Brink. He was so much fun last time.
Get away from here! I won't let you break my life crystal machine!
We don't want to break anything.
My machine isn't working yet.
Then
Yes,
how can we
gloat if
break
you want
it?
to. I've studied all the inscriptions. Maggie's not the only one who can decipher strange languages. I followed the plans I found, but there's still something missing, and without it the machine won't work. So if you think you can steal my life crystals again, Commander Lowe, think again. I'll kill you first, and believe me, no one will ever revive you.
At this point, I wouldn't want to be.
Actually, you've robbed me twice, and I only robbed you once. So you're still one ahead.
Don't joke with me!
Don't joke with him, Boston.
Yeah, don't joke with him, Boston.
I won't stand here and let you distract me from my achievements.
Okay. Cool. So he's not going to be helpful. Mass Effect 2 might be a contender, if not your actual favorite game. Mass Effect is a series I've always wanted to try. I don't know why I never really bothered, but I didn't. So we know that the machine in the cathedral spire will open the eye, whatever that means. But we know that there's a missing part. Which is map spire. That's it. He gave us something to use in the map room. So, let's check out this final... Was it? This one. Creators in... Ugh, this... Mass Effect 1 is not aged gracefully. Mass Effect 2 is still an incredibly good game. Mass Effect 3 was really fun to play, but ended really bad, which, so I've heard, yeah. Mass Effect Andromeda. There is no Mass Effect Andromeda. Okay. Hey, remember the beach where I said we should have a picnic, but there didn't seem to be anything? Ah.
So that's where the part is.
Assuming he gave us the right code.
You're not wrong, Maggie. Easily have misled us. Okay, it was past Spider Den. Hey Maggie, how do you feel about coming through here again? Given, you know, gestures broadly at everything. really like Mass Effect up until the last 10 or 20 minutes of the game / cutscene. That's really unfortunate. Just trying to think of games I've played that have done that. Nothing springs to mind, but there must be. Honestly, as good as it is, it's a very different kind of game.
Maggie, come on across.
But the Wii / Switch game De Blob, kind of a disappointing final level. Okay, so it was somewhere here. Oh, apparently there. Good eye, Boston.
I wish I knew what's going to happen when I get this piece back in place.
Yeah, me too. Well, that's the thing. It doesn't necessarily ruin the game, but it's still the last impression of the game. Like, it can't not be. So no, I don't blame you for that. It's very disappointing when the ending of a game is not what the rest of the game deserves. It's a slightly different case because it's DLC, but the epilogue, the new epilogue to Xenoblade Chronicles, Future Connected, slightly disappointing. Again, the ending just doesn't do the rest of the game credit. They ask a lot of questions and give 0 answers. Okay, everything else aside, I still want to save Brink. Especially now that I know, like, this isn't even his fault. I was the one who used the crystal on him. That changed him. If I hadn't used the crystal, he would probably still be okay. So let's see if we can go help Brink. I think step 1, act of good faith, is to try to help him with the life crystal machine. Maybe that will get him to come along with us for a few minutes. It is interesting that the creator of the life crystals is buried so near to the machine that makes life crystals.
Brink. Have you seen the large machine in the laboratory?
It is a meaningless toy compared to what I am working on.
The creator disagrees, buddy.
Can you tell me?
I don't have time to waste on foolish discussion of nothing.
It hurt when all the investment into the game series that everyone had in it resulted in the ending of Mass Effect 3 and felt like a disservice. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I've heard. The rest of the game is amazing. It's only the end. And I believe they made, like, they like, created a patch for the end, which is a little bit better, but still not there. Anyway, I think I know the part you need.
There's this piece that we think will restart the eye.
I don't care about whatever trivial tasks are keeping you occupied.
Why do I bother? Talking to you is a waste of time.
Buddy, I think I can fix things.
I won't stand here and let you distract me from my achievements.
Okay. Fine. You won't let me help? I won't help. We'll just fly off to Earth, all on our lonesome. I mean, assuming we can get the rest of the aliens out of Spacetime 6, which is apparently a place that nobody has ever left and may be impossible to leave. So, you know, good luck with that. Okay, machine. I have the things you need. Now let's fix you. Oh?
Where have you been?
Where have we been?
I need your crystals. All of them. Right now!
Brink,
Come
relax.
on, Brink. How many crystals can one man use?
Not for me, you fools. I need them for my machine. For science. Research. Give them to me!
Machine? What are you talking about?
I'm through talking! I'm not going to let anybody stand between me and the greatest scientific achievement in history!
I only have these few crystals left, Brink, but I'll be glad to share some of them if you want.
All of them! You didn't share anything, Lo. I took them! And it's a good thing you didn't fight me. I would have killed you to get these.
You would have tried.
You two will be nothing but a footnote in the annals of my achievements.
He didn't damage the machine part, did he?
I mean, I'm starting to feel that way, Juice. Oh well, no more crystals for us.
It fits, but the machine still doesn't work. Did the alien lie to us? Or does the machine need something else?
Well, it's got these 2 empty slots. Empty slots which are suspiciously life crystal shaped.
I guess I'll take this with me.
Okay, cool. Time to go kill Brink. Tom! Well done! I'm assuming you're talking Celeste. That is thoroughly impressive. Good job. Can we get some hyperclaps in chat? Maybe some crab, please? Okay. Okay, Brink. This ends now. I'm gonna kill you, but... And you will deserve it. Because you have been an unmitigated dick. The game's going great, Tom. Maggie got kidnapped by a spider. Brink said some words at it. We killed the spider. Brink was a dick. He punched Boston. He stole some life crystals. We found an alien with the voice of Avatar Roku. He told us some stuff about the fact that his people went into, like, another dimension where they can't interact with anything, but they live forever, which sounds like hell. And now, we're going to kill Brink. You know, like you do. I feel like he deserves it at this point.
Go away! My work is very important. You can't possibly understand what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I don't think you understand either.
Brink. I think I know what piece is missing from your machine.
How can you know anything about this?
Because I spoke
You're
to
not
the
a
dude who
scientist.
created it.
You're just a strutting tin soldier.
I think it's the same piece that the eye generator needed. I think it's the key to all this technology. The alien inventor hid it because without it, none of the machines he considers dangerous will work.
Why would the creator of life crystals think they were dangerous?
Because look
Because
at
the crystals
yourself.
make you feel so good that they take over your life. All you care about is getting more of them. He said it was the second worst mistake he'd made.
And the worst mistake?
The eye.
So you and Maggie, you keep telling me I'm crazy. But you plan to make an even worse mistake.
I'll make you a deal, Brink.
That's not a terrible point.
Yes, like the deal you made before. I keep my part, but you go back on it.
I didn't go back on it. I just wanted to talk about it with you first.
No deals with liars and thieves.
Brink, you need what I have to make your machine work. But if it works, then you'll have plenty of life crystals, right? You could share them with us and it wouldn't cost you anything, right?
If you have the missing parts, yes.
That's my deal. Your machine, my part. 50-50 on the life crystals.
I know you plan to cheat me.
We won't even come near the machine when it's running. You divide up the life crystals.
Then what's to stop me from keeping them all?
Because I am trained as a military man, Brink. And if I ever actually decide to fight you, I don't care how strong and healthy you are. You will lose. And then I will take them all.
That's
Got it?
not a terrible
Get your
threat.
missing part and put it in my machine. Even liars and thieves can bargain as long as they watch each other very carefully.
Half the life crystals, Brink. Remember?
You don't scare me, you hairless monkey.
Okay, that was rude.
It fits perfectly. This is how the aliens designed the life crystal machine to work.
Nothing's happening.
Yes, it is. It's vibrating. Be patient.
It's a
Who
vibrator.
knows how fast it's supposed to work? We'll just have to wait.
Suits me fine. We'll split them 50-50, right?
Of course.
50-50. Look, there's one. And another.
2.
Is that all? Just 2? I need more than 2.
I don't know about that, Brink, but it's a sure thing I need more than 1. You still have all the crystals you stole from me and every other place on these islands.
Don't touch them!
50-50, you said, Brink. Well, you must have hundreds of life crystals. It's not even 50-50 if I take these 2.
Okay, Boston, you are the dick
I
here.
knew you were a liar and a cheat.
You weren't gonna let me have even one of these.
I'll make the machine even better. It will produce more.
Not till we're gone, it won't. I need that machine part to run the eye generator.
You will take nothing from this machine, you lying thief!
Once the eye is working, you can either come back with us to Earth, or you can stay here, take the part out of the eye generator and put it back in your own machine. Just have a little patience.
This is fine.
No! My machine is stopping! You've wrecked my machine! You're a dead man!
Brink, please. We don't have to fight. You can have the part back after we're done with it.
Everything you say is a lie!
Maggie, tell him.
If you say a word, Maggie, I'll kill you too!
Brink,
Oop.
don't make me hurt you.
You won't hurt me when you're dead!
Brink! Oh, Maggie, please believe me. I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want him dead.
It wasn't Brink who died here. Brink died when he fell down the hole when we first arrived. What just fell over the cliff was someone else. Someone alien. Created by those death crystals.
Ooh.
Maggie, are we making an even worse mistake by activating the eye?
Staying in this world any longer than we have to. That's the worst mistake we could make.
Juice,
We've got to
no.
do anything we can to survive.
But what if we die trying?
Don't you get it, Boston? This place is worse than death. I'd rather die than stay here.
That's an interesting point. Let's see if we can make some more crystals. So, Brink's dead again. We have several life crystals,
I have many crystals.
which I'm sure will do nothing bad,
This
ever.
must be the part for the eye machine.
Yes, Vegeta, dead squared. Honestly, I'm happy Brink's dead. Like, even in character, Boston would be happy that Brink's dead at this point. Because it's very clear that the Brink who came back was not the real deal. Okay. We are nearing the end game. I mean, you might be, Chen. I can't prove that you're not. Okay. I'm gonna walk back up. I always thought this over here looks like a slightly creepy hand reaching up out of the ground. Like, you got finger and finger and finger, and maybe like an implied 2 fingers behind kind of curled around. But good job, Vegeta, for killing Brink. He deserved it, dick that he is. I mean, Tom, that's much better than the way I draw hands. Given that I don't draw hands. Okay. So we're coming to an interesting part in the game. Where it is technically possible to have a good and a bad ending. There is almost no difference between. I would like chat to vote. Do I go for the good ending or the bad ending? The change between them is minimal. I can show you both, but there's honestly not much difference between. I don't know how to do a poll. I'm bad at stuff. Okay, I will do a poll. I will do a poll. It seems like the right way to do it. This is only my second poll ever, so if I do it dumb, you're gonna have to forgive me. Poll? Poll. Okay. Yeah, I'll run that for a minute. I don't know if that even shows up on Streamlabs properly. Okay, so you're going to see some repeated stuff if we show both endings. I will show the good ending second. We've got 4 votes. Yeah, all 4 votes are for both endings. So I think we're going to do both endings. I will let this play out, but so long, let's fix the machine.
The alien was right. This thing has already killed one of us, but it's back in place. The crystals Brink died for.
Okay, we're doing both endings. As I said, the difference between them is small. You will unfortunately see some repeated things, but I hope it will be worth it. You know what? I'm going to show the bad ending second. As like, I don't know, an alternate timeline thing. Because I find the bad ending slightly more interesting. Okay. I don't... Do I just press a button now? No.
It's a row of crystalline devices.
Okay. Let's... Maggie, sweetheart. Any chance you read anything in the library about this?
Robbins. You're the one who read the alien books. What exactly happens when we turn it on with enough life crystals in it?
It would have taken me years to read everything, Boston.
Wow.
And I didn't understand half of what I read. But there's no doubt that this machine is dangerous. The alien warned us it might cost us more than we expected.
What does that mean?
It might mean that just turning on the machine might kill us.
Oh?
You mean he booby-trapped the thing?
I mean that the machine may draw on more than life crystals. It may drain the life out of whoever uses it.
Then I'm running the controls.
Don't be absurd. It might do nothing, too. Or it could kill whoever isn't at the controls. I just want to tell you.
No goodbyes. We're gonna make it home together, Maggie.
I'm not sentimental, Boston. I wasn't going to say goodbye. I just want you to promise me something.
After you saw me break every promise I made to Brink, you want me to make another one to you?
What happened with Brink couldn't be helped, Boston. I know you'll keep your word with me.
What's the promise?
If I die and you live, don't use any life crystals on me. Don't revive me. Do you understand?
Are you sure?
I saw what Brink became. I don't want that to happen to me.
You know, fair.
You wouldn't be saving Maggie Robbins. You'd be creating a monster with my memories, my face. Don't do it. Promise me.
I promise, Maggie. And vice versa, okay?
All right.
And now you tell me the truth about something, Maggie. Are you sure you didn't find out somewhere that something bad happens to the person at the controls of this machine?
Boston, I don't know any more than you do about what will happen when I switch this thing on.
If that's a lie, I'm gonna be really ticked off, Maggie.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Here we go.
A thing is happening. Oh.
It's stuck. I'll have to pry it open.
Be careful.
Ah!
Well,
Maggie! Maggie, you liar. You knew this would happen.
The eye.
It worked. The eye is restored.
Worth it then. Go home.
Maggie.
well. I don't think it was the fall that killed her. I think it was this massive beam of energy that hit her like square in the face. I think that's the part that killed her. Okay. And now I save the game. Because this is where we get to make our decision. We promised Maggie that we wouldn't bring her back, but we can. So, good ending for... actually, I don't know if Agenta's here. Agenta wants to see, but I can't wait forever. Right, Tom? Because the bad ending is bad. But I'll show you both endings. If it makes you feel any better, the good ending is canon. The bad ending I will treat as like an alternate timeline. And frankly, you'll see why that kind of even works in context. So we started up the machine, Maggie died. You want to see? And this is where we make the good ending, bad ending decision. We promised that we wouldn't bring her back because we know how bad that is. Good ending is we don't. Bad ending is we break our promise. Good ending first. Okay, the eye is open. And we got another puppo.
I should have known the inventor would have one more trick up his sleeve.
I do feel bad about this, because this is going to make the third dog I've killed in this stream. Observe, if you will.
That was the inventor's last chance to stop me. I will get out into Space-Time 6. I will bring the people of this place back home, and they will build me a starship that will take me back to Earth.
All alone, because your friends are all dead. Okay. And that is the last puzzle. Okay. Rest is just story.
I guess this is the real test. Can a practical guy from Earth do what all the builders of this place failed to do? Can I go into Space-Time 6 and still find my way back to reality? Only one way to find out.
That is such late 90s design. I love it. Okay, I can wait for Tom. So yeah, we're about to see the good ending. The good ending, which is canon. Afterwards, we will see an alternate timeline, where Boston is bad at keeping promises. You know what, Chen? You say that? The bad ending in this one is like... Bad ending has only a very small difference, but I feel like the difference is significant enough that I don't want the bad ending to be canon. Just waiting for Tom. Ooh, did that knuckle crack come through on the mic? Probably not. Oh, it did! I'm super glad. I did it right next to the mic, but I still wasn't sure it registered. I need like a specially designed knuckle mic that every time I do that, you guys can. Be back from Flo. Okay, Tom is back.
It's beautiful. A guy could get lost here real easy. No, I'm not going any farther into this place. I'm staying here, where I can get back out again.
You are as strong as we hoped, human.
I can understand you.
In Space-Time 6, all living minds communicate perfectly. You stand at the doorway, human. You show us all the pathway back to life. To reality. To a place where we will someday die, yes, but we will have a life before we die.
Every past and future. I can see them all, but which one is real?
Go back now, human. Take me home. My people have their bodies, their bones, their lives again. We owe you a great debt, Commander Lo.
All I want, now that my friends are dead, is to go back to Earth and tell the story of how they died.
Why not let them tell their own story?
I wish.
You knew the way home, but I know all the other paths through time and space.
Ooh.
Wait, don't go back there.
I have brought you a gift.
Maggie. Frank. You're alive again.
We were lost, but this being found us and led us back.
And Maggie gives us creepy smile and hug.
Maggie, I thought I'd lost you forever.
So you really didn't try to resurrect me with the crystals?
No, I promised you. And besides, what the crystals bring back from death, it wouldn't have been you.
I know, Boston. You kept your word. And yet, you did find a way to bring me back from death.
It wasn't me, but I'm glad you're here.
And I'm free of the madness of the crystals, too.
Yeah, using
did it, Flo.
using so many life crystals. have done
No,
that.
it was our friend here.
No, the credit belongs to you. We once revered a great inventor because he opened the door to unchanging eternity. But you opened the passageway back into true life.
All I am is a guy who wants to get back home.
Already my people are
Okay.
preparing
So, let's do the bad ending. Did this guy just yoink these two out of some random timeline? I mean, very possibly. Well, Vegeta, we've already seen the voice actor for Roku. Possibly. It certainly has similarities. Okay. So that's if we're all cool and keep our promise. What if we're not? Goofy smile?
Oh no! Lo! I begged you!
Rip. Don't worry, Bustin. I'm sure you can find her corpse and bring it back again. That's the only difference between the good and the bad ending. Or almost the only difference.
I should have known the inventor would have one more trick up his sleeve.
Does this count as killing 4 dogs? Given that it is the same dog twice.
That was the inventor's last chance to stop me. I will get out into Space-Time 6. I will bring the people of this place back home, and they will build me a starship that will take me back to Earth.
Honestly, yeah, the bad ending is better because just more happens. So Vegeta says it's 3 pups. Johnny says it's 4.
I guess this is the real test.
And the rest of it goes
Can
very
a
much as it did
practical guy
before.
from Earth do what all the builders of this place failed to do? Can I go into Space-Time 6 and still find my way back to reality? Only one way to find out. It's beautiful. A guy could get lost here real easy. No, I'm not going any farther into this place. I'm staying here, where I can get back out again.
Fair point, Johnny.
You are as strong as we hoped, human.
I can understand you.
In Space-Time 6, all living minds communicate perfectly. You stand at the doorway, human. You show us all the pathway back to life.
One thing I like about this scene
to reality.
is they show the
To a
aliens
place where we will
coming
someday
back
die,
to
yes.
various locations we
We'll have a
visited,
life before we die.
which is great. But then they show the aliens coming
Every
back to
past
places
and
we
future.
didn't visit,
I can see them all, but which one is real?
which gives a sense of the world being bigger than just what we saw, which I like.
Now, human, take me home. My people have their bodies, their bones, their lives again. We owe you a great debt, Commander Lo.
All I want, now that my friends are dead, is to go back to Earth and tell the story of how they died.
Why not let them tell their own story?
I wish.
You knew the way home, but I know all the other paths through time and space.
Wait, don't go back there.
I have brought you a gift.
Maggie. Frank. You're alive again.
We were lost, but this being found us and led us back.
Maggie. When you died, Man, I'm glad to see you.
I don't know if I'm glad to see you, Boston. You broke your promise to me.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want to go on without you.
But you knew that what the crystals bring back isn't life. It wasn't me.
But it's you now.
Yes. Well, yes, it is.
And I'm free of the madness of the crystals, too.
I honestly think the bad ending fits much better.
No, it was our friend here.
No, the credit belongs to you. We once revered a great inventor because he opened the door to unchanging eternity. But you opened the passageway back into true life.
All I am is a guy who wants to get back home.
Already my people are preparing a great crystal starship to take you there.
But we can come back, can't we?
You and any others who wish to come. You
Cool.
are a young people, strong and full of hope and passion. We have much to teach you, and you have much to share with us as well. There will be friendship between our species forever.
I hope you're right. Not all human beings are as, nice as us.
Oh, I know that. All young species are alike that way. But don't worry. If any of your people try to pick a fight, we'll mash them like bugs.
How reassuring.
Oh.
The ship is almost ready.
Well, remember, Tom, she still has her memories.
It has been accomplished here.
Telling the people. That's Maggie's job.
And getting us home, that was yours. You did it, Boston.
And digging holes, that was
Thank you,
Brinks,
Boston.
and he screwed up.
We all thank you, Boston Lowe.
How did these guys ever build anything with just 2 fingers? Yeah, Brink didn't know that the crystals were bad, remember? There was never a promise with Brink. Brink thought the crystals were good, and they drove him mad. And that is the dig. That's it. They don't show what happens afterwards. There's hints that there will be further interaction, but that's the end of the game. No, because the Maggie who was brought back was not the Maggie who had been resurrected by. She remembered the promise. She hated what she might become, and so she threw herself off the cliff. The Maggie who was brought back was the, I don't know, quote-unquote real Maggie. I mean, they're in a space shuttle. They probably just went back and are trying to sort this shit out. But yeah. This remains one of my favorite games, one of my favorite adventure games. There is so much I love about it. Having done both, I kind of feel like I don't know. I kind of feel like the bad ending is much better. The bad ending, I feel. How do I put this? It is much more accurate to what the real world responses of everybody involved be, which I like. I was going to. What kind of name is Ludger? I'm assuming Ludger is a German name. I don't think it's that weird. So today's a slightly short stream. So, proposal to chat again. Do we finish stream here? We've had a pleasant story experience. Boston got slapped, which he thoroughly deserved. So, do we finish here? Which is fine. Or do I stream for another, say, 30 minutes and play some marbles? Because I've never played marbles on stream. And it seems like a fun way to fill up the end part of a stream. Tom says no clue. Cool. Magenta, I'm not streaming for 30 hours. I don't want to play Stardew because otherwise people who come on Saturday for Stardew might miss something out. I like to keep it as a Saturday thing. I feel like I'm gonna cut it here. Oh my word, this person's name is Dino Ago. That's amazing. I'm not playing Harvest Moon for 30 hours. Gratuitous Dig spin-offs. Dig Player's Guide, the Dig soundtrack. The Dig soundtrack is very good. The Dig novel is not. Thanks to their families. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it as a slightly shorter stream. Monkey, the incredibly lonely, drooling cat. Yeah, the Dig novel, unfortunately, just it doesn't capture a lot of what I love about the story. It's also not that well written technically. It's got typos and grammar errors. It really wasn't great. So I'm gonna set up a raid for. I think I'm gonna raid Malamadu. You're right, Tom, but I hoped this one would be good because the story is so solid, because it was originally imagined as a story, not a game. Oh, Malu just ended? San is live? Oh, wait. And that's the R2 screen. Thanks, Tom. Have a fantastic afternoon, evening, whenever it is for you. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Are we raiding San now? Because that is always an option. And by an option, I mean a very good one. Yeah, I think we're raiding San. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for watching with me. I said I enjoy it. It's not perfect, and more, yes, I do think that the bad ending is much better. I don't think Barry's live yet, so I think we're gonna stick to San. Love you too, Stealth. It's very good. I don't know Teen Agent. I do know that my next stream is going to be. Well, I've got a couple of options for my next Sunday stream. But yeah, if you're only interested in point-and-click adventures, I will be going live again next Sunday at 2:30 Eastern. If you're interested in other things, I will on Wednesday at 5:30 Eastern. I'm playing Terranigma. Saturdays at 5:30 Eastern. I'm playing Stardew Valley. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Vegenta, if there's no D&D, I think Minecraft would be a lovely thing. I hope you guys have a good one. Ciao.